Hello, welcome to the media studio here at Fruit Logistica 2020. I'm here with Jiunn Shih of Zespri, the Global Growth Officer for Zespri, a famous name in kiwi fruit. Now, Jiunn, you have just in the last hour unveiled a fresh new look for your Zespri brand. Can you tell us why you've decided to do that at this particular show?
No, absolutely. We're incredibly proud to unveil the refresh of our brand here. This has been a piece of work that has taken 2 years for us to land at our new brand identity.
Let's take a look, yeah.
Let's have a look.
There we go. So we could say it's subtly different. It's not a grand departure from the logo that you had before, but there's some important elements that have changed. The kiwi fruit fan at the top is markedly different.
Yeah.
Can you tell us why you decided to change now?
Absolutely. I mean, we invest a lot around understanding consumers and understanding how we are connecting, our brand is connecting with consumers. And one of the things that we do is that we've understood and we identified the opportunity for our brand to be even more recognizable and faster by the consumers, as well as adding more positive associations. So some of the things that we maintained, the red Z word mark, we saw the opportunity that we actually should amplify that because that's how consumers identify Zespri.
So there's more red there.
There is more red, and the Z is bigger. Right. But then there are other elements of our old identity, which was, for example, the fan, the kiwi fruit fan, that has lost a little bit of its luster because the other brands have very similar fans.
Oh, I see.
And consumers told us actually that this new kiwi fruit fan, it's actually really differentiating, really memorable. So we really took the science of it, understanding how consumers make decisions and how consumers recognize brands, and we've tested it with the help of our market research partners, Kantar, around the world.
Okay, so what are you looking to achieve with this in terms of the connection with consumers? What are you trying to convey to them about your fruit, about kiwi fruit, and the different varieties that you sell?
No, I mean, that's a great question, Mike. I mean, to answer that, first it starts with our purpose, which is to help people, communities, and environment thrive through the goodness of kiwi fruit. So we really see that we can be a force for good for people around the world to make better choices around their diets. And we know that kiwi fruit is a nutrition powerhouse. It has more than 20 vitamins and minerals. So we believe that the work that we do with the branding, with the marketing, it can help consumers make that better choice and trade potentially unhealthy snacks and have a Zespri kiwi fruit. And that's what the consumers are telling us. Once they try it, particularly our Sun Gold variety, they love it. They find that the taste is amazing and they feel better when they eat a Zespri kiwi fruit. So we believe that this work around rebranding, it's much more than just a new identity. It's really a work around putting our story out there.
Okay, and in terms of your global reach, you have lots of markets around the world now.
Yes.
Big growth in places like China in particular.
Absolutely.
How is this going to help you in different parts of the world? You have to deliver different messages to different consumers, I imagine. How will you achieve that?
So there's 3 advantages of this. One advantage is that although our messages are tailored for the local insights, actually, this refresh of the brand will help us be even more uniform across our marketing campaigns and executions across all of the 54 markets that we sell Zespri kiwi fruit. So that's the first advantage. The second advantage is through testing with consumers actually recognize our new visual identity much faster.
Oh, so you've tested that?
We've tested that with more than 2,000 consumers across 6 of our key countries.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So there's more of a visual impact.
There is much more of a visual impact. They recognize the same, but 2.5 seconds faster.
Well, that sounds like not very much, but is that an important differential?
In the world of when you go into store, which a lot of your decisions are instinctive, and you have so much offer in a store, 2.5 seconds is an eternity. And that equates to a 29% increase in purchase intent, actually.
Well, if you're seeing that in the numbers, if you're seeing that impact, then it's clearly worthwhile.
Yeah.
Just finally, in terms of the varietal mix that you have, Zespri is known for green kiwi fruit. We can see it there.
Yeah.
The Sun Gold variety that you have as well, but there are others in the pipeline as well, other products, red in particular.
Yes.
Can we expect to see red here in Europe soon?
Yeah, so the red variety, we've made a decision in December of last year to commercialize red for growing and production in New Zealand. We have tested it in Asia for a number of years with a very, very high consumer acceptance of red.
Yeah.
Now, red has a slightly lower, shorter shelf life. So we are also currently studying how can we grow red out of Italy to make sure that we can also supply a great red variety for Europe.
Okay, well, we look forward to that. And just finally, one of the things that strikes me about your new logo here is that the actual visual image of a kiwi fruit is more or less gone from that old logo that you had.
Yeah.
Does that suggest that maybe Zespri is looking to a longer-term future where it puts its brand on other products, on things that aren't kiwi fruit?
Well, that's a tricky question, Mike. But actually, consumers tell us that they can still recognize it as a kiwi fruit. That's a kiwi.
Okay, so it's not entirely lost.
It's not entirely lost.
Yeah.
But to your question, we have trialing. We are trying to understand the opportunity to stretch Zespri into other formats. One example I can share with you: in Japan last year, we have partnered with Family Mart to offer a frozen diced kiwi fruit, and it was a blockbuster hit. Especially with younger Japanese consumers. So we're trying to understand where the opportunity lies for us to stretch our brand and what is the commercial opportunity.
Okay, well, we wish you all the best with it, and thanks for sharing your story with us here at Fruit Logistica.
Thank you, Mike. Always good to see you.
Keep tuned to the media studio here at Fruit Logistica for more great interviews. Thank you very much.